Vakratunta Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha. Namaste everyone. We are reviewing the introductory sessions in Sri Lalitha Sahasranamam. In this session, we are going to review Dhyana Slokas. Dhyana Slokas help to establish that form of Lalitambika in our mind. So let's get started. The first Dhyana Shloka is recited like this. Let's first recite it and then we will understand the deep significance that is conveyed through that. Sinduraruna Vigraham Trinayanam Manikya Mauli Spurat Tara Nayaka Shekaram Smitamukhim Avina Vakshoruham Panipyam Alipurna Ratna Shashakam Raktotpalam Bibhratim Saumyam Ratnakatasat Raktacharanam Dhyayet Param Ambikam. This is the first Dhyana Shloka. The Dhyana Shlokas are intended to bring the form of Lalitambika in front of our eyes, in front of our vision, in front of our mind, before we actually begin reciting the 1,000 names of Sri Lalitambika. So how is it? What are the aspects of the Divine Mother that has been conveyed through these Dhyana Shlokas that we should keep in mind while we meditate on Lalitambika? So that's the intent of these Dhyana Shlokas. So let's get started. Sindura Aruna Vigraham. Sindura Aruna Vigraham. Think of a Vigraham, a form that is made of Sindura color. Sindura hmm, if what is Sindura is the kunkuma that we keep on the top here, right? On the papita here, right here. That's the Sinduram in general. Sindura in also think of saffron like color. The form of Lalitambika, when we meditate, is saffron-like color. It's as if somebody has taken the finest of the saffrons and made a paste and smeared all over Lalitambika. Sinduraruna Vigraham. Sinduram, that's the color. You can see that the deep red, orange, yellowish glow, that is the form of Lalitambika. Very special. So it says Sindura Aruna Vigraham. That Vigraham is like that form is like that. And it says Aruna Vigraham. Arunam. That's like orange, yellow, red mixed color. The Aruna Vigraham, that's how it is. Like meditating on that Divya Mangala Vigraham in that color of Haldi Kunkum. The Pasupu Kunkuma color, that's the color that's emanated when we say Sindura Aruna Vigraham. I meditate on that Lalitambika. The red, yellow, and orange colors have been repeatedly used to describe the form of Lalitambika throughout. So that's Sindura Aruna Vigraham. Trinayanam. Trinayanam. Usually, Lord Shiva has this third eye on his forehead. So when we say Trinayana, immediately Lord Shiva is the one that has three eyes. But look how specifically and specially Ambal's Dhyana Shlokam asks us to meditate on her as having three eyes. Trinayanam. Three is three, Nayanam is eyes. Trinayanam. Why is Ambar being asked to meditate with three eyes while Lord is the one that has three eyes? That's an important concept conveyed here. The reason for this is that the fundamental principle of Sri Vidya is to consider Shiva and Shakti to be the same. Shiva is not different from Shakti. Shiva and Shakti are inseparable. They are the same. Even though for external form we think of two different forms, they are not two different forms. In Sri Vidya, the fundamental principle is that Shiva Shakti Aikyam. That's very, very important. If you see the form of Lalitambika, it means she has Lord Shiva in her. So we don't have to have a separate form of Lord versus Ambika. There is not Shiva and Shakti separately. Shiva and Shakti Aikyam. This is a fundamental concept. They are the same. If you see the form of Lalitambika, it means You are worshipping Lalitambika as well as Lord Shiva. That's why they don't have that Bedam. They don't show the differentiation versus Shiva and Shakti. So the Dhyana Sloka very beautifully says Trinayana even for Ambika. That means when we say Trinayana for Ambika, it also implies that she has Lord Shiva in her. That's a powerful concept conveyed here with Trinayana. And next watch. Manikya Maulispuratu Tara Nayaka Shekaram. Ambal has Manikya gemstones studded on her crown. She has crown, a very beautiful crown. There's more details on this crown coming later when we have the namas. Now let's meditate on that Ambika who has Manikya crown. She has a crown that is studded with Manikya. And in that Manikya crown, what does they say? Tara Nayaka Shekaram. Tara Nayaka. Tara means stars. Who's the Nayaka of all the stars? The moon. Tara Nayaka Shekaram. Tara Nayaka, the lord of all the stars, is the moon. So she has a crescent moon adorned on her Manikya Maulis Puratu. See here, again, Lord Shiva is the one who always has the crescent moon on his Jatamuti. But now here the Dhyana Sloka that we have for Ambika has Tara Nayaka Shekara. The Dhyana Sloka says, when you meditate on Lalitambika, meditate on her having Manikya crown in which a very beautiful crescent moon is adorned. Usually we say crescent moon for Shiva. Now it's the same for Lalitambika. Why? Here again, the emphasis is that Shiva and Shakti are one. If we say the form of Lalitambika has a crescent moon, it means that she has Lord Shiva in her. That's the fundamental principle of Sri Vidya. This is Shiva Shakti Aikyam. She is the one form that has Shiva and Shakti in her. Shiva Shakti Aikyam, Shiva Shakti Aikya Swarupini. That's why the very last Nama says, Shri Chakra Raja Nilaya, Srimat Tripura Sundari, Shri Shiva, Shiva Shakti Aika Rupini, Lalitambika. That Shiva Shakti Aikya Rupini is the Lalitambika form. Very powerful concept conveyed here. Smita Mukim, I meditate on that form of Ambika who has Smita Mukim, having a pleasant smile on her face. Abhina Vakshoruham, she has two divine Vakshasthalam. Vakshasthalam is the divine breast of Lalitambika. These are not human-like Vakshasthalams. When we are meditating on that form, this is divine form. So the breasts are divine breasts, which are not like the one that a human would have. These are sun and moon themselves. On one side, she has sun as the Vakshasthalam. On the other side, she has moon as Vakshasthalam. Just like a mom would feed the child with her milk, the Divine Mother, having sun and moon as her Vakshasthalam, feeds the entire universe. It's the sun's rays that makes us all live. It's the moon's rays that gives the Aushadhi, that gives everything, that cools down the entire universe. So, having sun and moon as the entire Vakshasthalam, that's the form of Ambika that we have to meditate upon, where she has Abhina Vakshoruham. Panipyam Alipurna Ratna Shashakam. Ambal holds a cup made out of Ratnam. Ratna Shashakam. She has a cup in her hand, and that cup is filled with something that is very sweet, like Amritam. The cup is filled, that Ratna Shashakam. It's made out of Ratna gems, Ratna stones. It's filled with something sweet like Amritam. Alipurna Ratna Shashakam. Hence, to enjoy that sweetness, that cup is swarmed by bees. She's holding a Ratna Shashakam in her hand, and that cup is filled with Amritam. And in order to taste that Amritam, it is swarmed by bees. Bhanipyam Alipurna Ratna Shashakam Raktotpalam Bibratim. She holds red colored flowers in her hand. Again, red color. See, the red color, Aruna Varnam. We saw Aruna Varnam earlier. Sinduram, the saffron like. Again, here there is red color. There will be red color. Whenever you say Ambika, there will be red color all through the Sahasranamam. And the Dhyana Sloka again reminds us of that. Raktod Balam Bibratim. She holds red color flowers in her hands. Saumyam. She's very charming. Ratna Katasat Rakta Charanam. Ratna Gatam. Ratna Gatam means a gatam means a pot. Ratna gatam means a pot filled with ratnam, a pot filled with precious jewels, or a pot that is studded with ratnas. You can take one of them. Ratna gatam, rakta charanam, her divine feet that are red are on top of this gatam, this pot filled with precious ratnas. Ratna gata sad rakta charanam. Again, we see the red color in the flowers that are held by Ambika, red colors in her divine feet. That feet she is keeping on top of a pot that is filled with ratnas. That's the form of Ambika that we are going to meditate on. So he says, Dhyayet Param Ambikam. Param Ambikam. She's not just a form that we can normally associate to. She is the form of a Param Ambikam. Para means above everybody. Param Ambikam. Again, he says, Param Ambikam, like Ambika is the motherly form of the Divine Mother. The next Dhyana Shloka. Arunam Karunatarangitakshim Tritapasangusa Pushpapana Chapam Animatipir Avrutam Mayukehi Ahamidyeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. Here the shloka starts with Arunam, Aruna Varnam. Again, Aruna Varnam. What's an Aruna Varnam? The morning sky that is in reddish orange color. It, that which is early morning sky. If you see how is it during sunrise, Aruna Varnam. First Aruna comes and he fills that sky with this yellow, orange, and red color. Pasupu kunkuma, the haldi kunkum color. That's the Aruna Varnam. So the Dhyana Sloka says we have to meditate upon. We have to, when we get up, we go and see the sky every single day. This is a very big upasana to see the early morning sky that is in this orange, yellowish, red color. This is an upasana marga that is being hinted here to look at the sky, and that is the form of Lalitambika. See, that's the grand form of early morning sky during sunrise. That's why it says Arunam, Aruna Varnam. We meditate on that pleasant, comforting form. See, if you see that early morning sunrise in that color, when the Aruna comes before the sun actually rises, that sky that is filled with that Aruna Varnam, that is the form of Lalitambika. This shloka adds one more speciality to that Aruna Varnam. Aruna Varnam is pleasant to look at, but that pleasantness in the early morning sunrise lasts only for a few minutes, right? The moment we are seeing there, it's there, and then the sun comes up and then it becomes warm, right? And it becomes hot after a few minutes. But Ambal's form is not like that. It says Aruna Varnam because Ambal's pleasantness lasts forever. Even the morning sky's pleasantness only lasts for a few minutes, whereas the form of Lalitambika that we are going to meditate, that Aruna Varnam stays forever. That's why the Dhyana Sloka says, Arunam Karuna Tarangitakshim. Aruna Varnam, it's a pleasantness of Ambal that lasts forever. So we are going to think about that Aruna Varnam that stays with us forever. That's the very beautiful aspect conveyed here. And then it says, Karuna Arunam Karuna Tarangi Dakshim. Arunam, how is that pleasantness? It is in the form of Karuna. It is in the form of grace. That's how is that grace? Tarangam. Tarangam. Tarangam means like waves after waves after waves after waves, right? This early morning sunrise comes only for a few minutes and then it goes. Whereas Ambal's grace is forever coming as a Karuna. And where does that Karuna pour from? Karuna Tarangi Akshim, from her eyes. That Karuna pours and pours and pours. Her eyes are filled with waves of Karuna. So red color, again here red color. Red color is the color of compassion, the Karuna that she pours on, the Daya that she pours on us. So that's the form of Ambika that we are going to meditate. And how is that form of Ambika? The next is, description says, Dhrita Pasa Ankusha Pushpa Bana Chapam. Dhritam means to hold. In her divine hands, she holds Pasam, Angusam, Pushpabanam, 5 arrows made of flowers, Pushpam, and then Ikshukodandam, a sugarcane bow. This is the form of Ambika that is meditated with 4 hands. This is one form of meditation. So it says Dhrita Pasa Angusha Pushpa Bana Chapam. We are meditating on that form of Ambika who's holding 4 divine things in her hand. Ikshukodanda, Pasha Ankusha, and flower bows. These are all very significant concepts that we will be reviewing when we do the 1,000 namas, japam of that. So we are meditating on the Ambika who has 4 hands and who pours Karuna as Tarangam from her eyes. It was very pleasant always as the Aruna Varnam. That's the first part of the Dhyana Sloka there. Then it says, Animadibir Avruta Mayukehi Ahamityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. Animadibir Avruta Mayukehi. Mayukam are the kiranas, are the rays that emanates out of Ambal. From Animadibir, from Anima, all the Ashtasiddhis surround Ambal as rays. In the Sri Chakra, the outermost Bhupura, Avarna, that is where the Animadi Shaktis reside. If we think of Animadi Shaktis as the most special one, Ambal gives that most powerful Shakti in the outermost Avarana itself. Then imagine the Parashakti, who has all the Shaktis in the Bindusthanam. Everything is a ray that, just like Mayukas are rays that emanates, Ambika's rays from the Bindu, she just pours out all the rays on across throughout the entire Sri Chakram. That's the significance of it. See, think of this as the source. Just like the sun shines its rays so that we all can benefit. Sri Lalitambika's grace emanates as rays all over the universe. The Sri Chakram is the manifestation of the entire universe. Animadibir Avritam Mayukehi, her rays, her kiranas, manifest all over the universe. And as these Ashtasiddhis benefits, her grace benefits the entire universe. Animadibir Avrita Mayukehi aham iti eva bhavani. Very powerful line of meditation here in the Dhyana Sloka. It conveys that the sadhaka has to meditate Lalitambika as aham iti eva bhavani. I am Bhavani. Hmm? I am Bhavani. It means, oh, Divine Mother, you and I are inseparable. This is the Jiva Brahma Aikya Bhavam. See, in general, we sit and then we say we are going to meditate on a Divine Mother form. This specific aspect of the Dhyana Shloka takes it one step even further and says, there is not two. There is not two things, but the Jiva and the Brahma. I, Aham, Iti, Eva, Bhavani. Oh, Bhavani, you and I are inseparable. You are me. You are in me. I am you. That there are very many very beautiful shlokas in Saundara Lahari where Acharya says, Bhavanitvam Dase. When we say, Bhavani, I am your Dasa, Ambal thinks, oh, Bhavanitvam. You want Bhavanitvam? You want to become me? Okay, come on. You and I are the same. Ambal takes us into her. That's the form, that's the speciality of the karuna that she pours to every devotee. So it says, Ahamiti eva Bhavani. It's Jiva Brahma Aikyam that is conveyed here. And then it says, Ahamityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. See, in Lalita Sahasranamam, Lalitambika is very special nama. This one is Bhavani. Bhavani has very great significance as we are going to see in the later in the namas. Hence, the Dhyana Sloka again and again says Bhavani, 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 Bhavani. It Bhavani, Bhavam, Bhavasagaram, that entire universe, everything that we see, everything that we are, and everything that we look around us, that is Bhavam, Bhavasagaram, the one who can give us relief from that Bhavasagaram and take take us into a divine protection is Bhavani. So the Dhyana Sloka very beautifully says Bhavani, Bhavani, Bhavani everywhere. There's also one another very powerful Sri Vidya Tattvam conveyed in this Dhyana Shloka. See, think of a crystal. How is a crystal? Crystal is, as the name goes, crystal is very pure white, right? That is how Lord Shiva is. Lord Shiva's Tattvam is Suddha Spatikam, means like pure crystal white in color. That's how Lord Shiva is. And then from Shiva, mm, the form of Ambal that we see as Bhavani is the Shakti that comes out of the crystal. That's the entire universe that comes out of Shiva, that comes out of this crystal. See, if you put one ray of light through the crystal, it will come through all the colors. It will splash through all the colors on the other side of the spectrum, right? That's the property of a crystal. Like that, when we meditate on Lord Shiva, Ambal comes out. She brings out all the colors just like the colors come out of the crystal. This is a fundamental principle of Sri Vidya where red, so Lord is Suddha Spatikam. And from him, the Shakti comes out as all the colors that we see in the universe. All the colors means all the forms, everything that we see in the universe comes out of that Lord. That's one of the fundamental principles of Sri Vidya that is being conveyed in all of the Dhyana Slokas. And red, we saw, her feet is red. She holds red color flowers. Her form is red. Aruna Varnam, her Karuna is red. Everything is red, 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 right? That red is the color of Karuna and compassion. That's why it says Arunam Karuna Tarangam. How is Ambal that comes out of Shiva? Shiva's Shakti is Karuna's Tarangam, waves of compassion. So the divine parents are waves of compassion, waves of Karuna. That is how we have to meditate on this Dhyana Shloka, and that is what is conveyed in Sri Vidya Tattvam. The divine parents are an embodiment of Karuna. They pour Karuna on us. Hence the reference in several places to Aruna Varnam. And we also saw that early morning sunrise, Aruna Varnam. That sunrise lasts only for a few minutes in the morning. But the divine parents, their Karuna, Ambal's pleasantness, that thing that comes out of Aruna as Karuna, that Ambal's pleasantness lasts forever. So we have to meditate on that Karuna of the divine parents that lasts forever. The next Dhyana Shloka, let's recite that first. Dhyayet. I'm going to do Dhyanam on that form of Ambal. Dhyayet Padmasanastham Vikasita Vadanam Padmapatraya Akshim Hemapam Pitavastram Karakalita Lasatyem Padmam Varangim Sarvalankara Yuktam Satatam Abhayatam Bhaktanamram Bhavanim Shividyam Shividyam Shantamurtim Sakala Suranutam Sarva Sampat Pradatrim. Dhyayet Padmasanastam. I'm going to meditate on that form of Divine Mother who is seated in Padmasana. That's the Padmasana is like the yoga posture that we normally think of, right? That is also there. But the deep dhyana for an advanced sadhaka is also described here. Not just the external form, but within us, the goddess sits in each of the shat chakras, the 6 chakras within ourselves. That's the Padmasana. Padma means lotus. Each of the chakras that are within ourselves, there are 6 chakras in that. Goddess, the divine goddess, sits in each of the chakras and helps the Kundalini rise up to Sahasrara, right? So that's a deep concept, very advanced concept, very beautifully conveyed here. Dhyayet Padmasanastam Vikasita Vadanam. In general, Vikasita Vadana refers to the divine face of Ambal, which is like a fully blossomed flower. Vikasita Vadanam, fully blossomed, very beautiful flower, like fully blossomed, like pleasant looking face of the goddess. Vikasita Vadanam. Now, this is not just to describe the external form, but this is the state of the sadhaka being fully blossomed when we know our self, which is the knowledge of the self. Vikasita Vadanam means the state of the sadhaka when he knows the Atma Swarupa. His face is fully blossomed. When we see the faces of Acharya, we can see that how it is like fully blossomed, right? One who knows the true self, knows the Brahman. So that is the deep intended meaning of Vikasita Vadanam. Padma Patraya Akshim. Her eyes are like Padma Patram. Padma Patra means like the petals of lotus flowers. Kamakshi, Kama Akshi, Akshi. Akshi is the eyes, right? Her eyes are so divine and beautiful. Hema Bham, her form emanates golden luster. She's like gold. She's like as if she's made out of gold. Hema Bham. Pita Vastram. Amba is wearing yellow colored garments. Karakalita Lasat Hema Padmam Varangim. In her two hands, she is holding Hema Padmam. She's holding Padmam, lotus that is made out of gold. Hema Padmam. Karakalita Lasadema Hema Padmam Varangim. She's holding in her two hands Hema Padmam, lotus that is made out of gold. So here we are meditating on Ambal who has two hands. Earlier we saw she had four hands. In this Dhyana Sloka, we are meditating with two hands. And in several forms, she has 10 hands, 12 hands, Sahasra hands, Ananta hands, right? That is the that's the power of that shows the variations of how many hands, like how many forms Ambal has, many forms, right? So that's the significance conveyed here. Sarvalankara Yuktam. She's adorned with alankaram, with several divine jewels. We will see the significance of each of the jewels when we come later. Sarvalankara Yuktam, Satatam Abhayatam. Satatam means not just sometimes, always. Always she provides abhayam. Always she provides protection. No bhayam is abhayam. No fear when we are with the Divine Mother. Devi Upasana removes fear. That's the tattvam conveyed here. Satatam abhayatam. Bhaktanam Ram Bhavani. This is a very special feature. It says the Divine Mother bends her head down and asks the sadhaka, what are you worried about? I am here for you, says the Divine Mother. Bhakta Namram Bhavani. She comes to us, right? She is the divine form, Param Ambikam, but we are her kids. So she says, oh kid, what are you afraid of here? I am here. I'm here to provide you abhayam always. What are you worried about? Don't worry about anything. I'm here. Satatam abhayatam. I'm here to always protect you. Just to think of me. Just meditate on me. That very powerful concept conveyed here. Bhakta Namram Bhavanim, Shri Vidyam. Goddess Kamakshi is Shri Vidya herself. The form that we are going to meditate, that we are meditating on Lord Kamakshi, Goddess Kamakshi, is the form of Shri Vidya herself, the knowledge that needs to be known. The best of the knowledge that we needs to be known is Kamakshi, is the goddess Kamakshi. Shri Vidyam. Shri Vidyam is herself, is Ambika herself, Lalitambika herself, goddess Kamakshi herself. Shri Vidyam Shantamurti. The form that we meditate upon is filled with peace. A murti that is made out of peace, karuna, because she's embodiment of karuna, happiness, shantam, peace, embodiment of peace. Sakala Suranutam, worshipped by all the Suras, the Devas. All the good people worship and take refuge on her. Sakala Suranutam, Sarva Sampat Pradatrim. Ambal bestows all the sampat, all that we desire, all the kamas that we have. Kama Akshi. She can give with her eyes itself, just the tip of the glance of our eyes. That's the significance of Kamakshi, Kamakshi, one who can give all the desires, all the sampat, Sarva Sampat Pradatrim. And the last Dhyana Sloka says, Sakunkuma Vilepanam, Alikashumbi Kasturikam, Samanda Hasitekshanam, Sasarachapa Pasangusam, Asesha Janamohinim, Arunamalya Bhushambaram, Japa Kusuma Pasuram, Japavito Smare Tampikam. Sakunkuma Vilepanam. Amba has kunkuma on her forehead. Alikachumbi Kasturikam and Kasturi Tilakam on her forehead. Sa Manda Hasita Ikshanam. Manda hasita means like very beautiful smile. That's what we would usually think of. But look, it says Manda hasita ikshanam, ikshi, like in aksham is eyes. Hasita ikshana means eyes are smiling. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Observe carefully. Generally, lips will be smiling, right? When we say somebody smiling, what would we think normally? We would say the lips are smiling. But speciality here is that Samanda Hasida Ikshanam, the eyes are smiling for Ambal Kamakshi. Hmm? She smiles with her eyes and pours her karuna with her divine grace. So Samanda Hasita Ikshanam, smiling eyes. We're meditating on that Ambal who's smiling with her eyes and who has such cha, such chapa pasa ankusham. She has 4 weapons. That we saw that 4 weapons that she holds. Sasara chapa pasa ankusham. Asesha janamohini. Sesham means somebody remaining. Remaining. What is remaining is Sesham. Asesham means no one left behind. Once we see Ambal, no one can take their eyes out of Ambal. Her form is so captivating. Asesham. Everyone is immediately captivated towards Ambal's form, Kamakshi's form. Asesha Jana Mohini, Janam, all the Janas, all the people. She's the Mohini. She just like captivates everybody just by her look, right? That's the divine form of Goddess Kamakshi, Goddess Lalitambika. Asesha Janamohinim, everybody is attracted towards Ambal's divine grace. Aruna Malya Bhusha Ambaram, goddess is wearing Aruna Mala, red colored mala. Again, here the form is red color, and she's wearing flower garlands, mala, mala Ambaram, that is also red. Everything is red. Japa Kusuma Basuram, and she glows like Japa kusuma, like a hibiscus flower. If you see the kanti of hibiscus flower, the red color hibiscus flower, how it will be, that's how Ambal is. Again, red. And Japavitous Mare Tambikam. Let us all meditate on that divine form of Goddess Kamakshi. Let us all meditate on that. Japavitous Mare Tambikam, on that Ambika, Lalitambika, who is in this divine form. That is this Dhyana Sloka. As next steps with Acharya's blessings, let's review the next session in Sri Lalitha Sahasranamam. Loka samasta shukino bhavantu. May everyone in the whole world be very, very happy. Shri Matre Namaha. Thank you so much, everyone.